The Toon Art Museum was hosting its grandest event. The star of the show was the Starry Night Sapphire, a legendary blue gem said to have inspired the great painter Van Gogh. The museum was packed with famous paintings, and the gem sparkled under a laser security system. Outside, Mickey Mouse watched with his friend, Goofy. They weren't there to steal the art, but to save it. The museum's new owner, the greedy Mr. Sterling, was planning to sell the entire collection to a private collector. The art would be hidden away forever. But they needed help with the high-tech security. Their only option was to recruit their old rival, Pete, a master of gadgets and mischief. "Help you?" Pete laughed. "What's in it for me?" Mickey promised him the credit for saving the art. Disguised as janitors, Mickey, Goofy, and Pete entered the museum after hours. Their mission: to steal the sapphire and hide it, forcing Mr. Sterling to call off the sale. Goofy immediately got his mop stuck to the floor with super strong cleaning glue. The first challenge was a hallway crisscrossed with laser beams. Pete tried to tiptoe through but set off an alarm, forcing them to hide in a statue display. Mickey, being smaller, carefully guided them through the safe path. Goofy was supposed to disable the motion sensors. Instead, he turned on the museum's audio tour. The voice of the tour guide echoed through the halls. And now, we approached the Impressionist wing. They had to duck behind a large sculpture as a guard walked by. As they passed the portrait gallery, Pete bumped into a painting of a stern queen. To their surprise, the queen winked. The paintings were all coming to life, watching their every move. They had to be extra sneaky. They reached the gem. The Starry Night Sapphire glowed with a soft, blue light. It was even more beautiful up close. Mickey carefully reached for it, but a new, invisible pressure sensor triggered a trap. A giant foam boulder, used for a future exhibit, rolled out of the hidden slot, chasing them down a hallway, just like in the adventure movies. They had to run for their lives, with Goofy screaming, "Ah, yuck!" They escaped the boulder, but ran into a room where the floor was covered in sticky, pink bubblegum from a modern art piece. They were all stuck, their shoes glued to the floor as Mr. Sterling's guards approached. Mickey looked at the abstract art on the walls. "I have an idea." He swung on a dangling mobile, kicking a can of paint onto the sticky floor. The paint dissolved the gum just enough for them to pull free. The museum's security guard, a sleepy bloodhound named Buster, woke up. Instead of barking, he started licking their faces happily. He thought they were there to play. They had to gently put him to sleep with a lullaby. With the guards distracted, Mickey made it back to the sapphire. But instead of taking it, he replaced it with a perfect, glowing blue lollipop from the gala. No one would know the real gem was safe until they checked closely. Their mission complete, they used a giant abstract painting as a sled to slide down the museum's grand staircase and escape through a window, landing in a soft hedge outside. The next day, Mr. Sterling announced the sale was off. The sapphire was a fake, and he looked foolish. The news reported that anonymous heroes had saved the art. The collection would stay for everyone to enjoy. That night, Mickey, Goofy, and Pete looked at the real sapphire, hidden safely in Mickey's clubhouse. It wasn't about the gem itself, but the inspiration it brought. Pete smiled. That was more fun than being a villain. They had created their own masterpiece, a perfect heist for a good cause.